to get back. I be focused on my focus, it's time to shut it down. Couple rat packs go up, nigga, it's going down. They don't check us at the door, don't play around. You gon' make us have to shut this shit down. I'm like, we came to shut it 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 down. Nah.
Real, shout out to the fake. Shout out to that nosy bitch. Stay in your place. Freeway is here.
What's up with y'all?
Legendary ROCAFELLA. Classic.
Freeway in this bitch.
What's good? What's good?
How you doing?
My bad. I apologize for being late. We just had a movie premiere for the movie Hustle that I'm in with Adam Sandler. So I just was with Adam Sandler. We was just in Philly at the movie premiere. That's why I'm a little bit late. I apologize.
Okay, that's what's up. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm a Muslim.
I love it. I'm too.
That loud because I'm not supposed to. And we got to talk about that, how you get closer to the deen and amongst to being American and stuff like that. So, Adam Sandler, the movie Hustler is here. My name is Rashid. That's my real name.
I know your name, brother. You know what I mean? I do my homework. I know what's going on.
Ooh, and guess what?
Yes, you say you know what the fuck's going on. What's good?
So the people are on me. I'm too animated, and they say I ain't talking about that. So Freeway, talk about the movie right now. You just left the premiere. Acting. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, it was dope. You know, they originally reached out to Beans first, and then they reached out to me too. I just had a little role in that joint. I was just like on the basketball courts while they was, while the main character was balling, playing against like opposite players, and I just was talking shit like how we do in Philly. It was dope, and then they used a few of my songs on the movie too. So I got a couple checks. So that's what it's about.
That's what's up.
Alhamdulillah. And I just, if y'all didn't catch it, I just was on the series Bel Air. The reboot of Bel Air. I was Will Smith coach. I'm on the first episode. They also started that off with one of my songs too, What We Do, and played the song throughout the series. So
What you coaching them?
Huh? I was coaching. I was this basketball coach.
Yeah.
And it's only right because I coach these rappers anyway. So why not be Will Smith basketball coach?
You have personality. You got and I feel like you relate to people without offending them.
Yeah,
that's the way I see it. And you never had much. You talked about having the ego. You talked about and being part of the Rock, and you part of the Dynasty years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? How was that balancing that?
I mean, I just was myself, bro. Like when we would have like situations where, people didn't see eye to eye, I just stayed myself and just played my part. Like if I have a relationship with you and a relationship with her and y'all having a disagreement, that don't have nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying? I just played my part and stayed the person that I am. And not only through the breakup throughout my whole career that just got me far, just being who I say I am and, doing what I'm supposed to do. When I'm paid to do something, I'm there on time. I do my job. Like, and these are things that come from Islam. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like character and mannerisms, treating people how you want to be treated. These things that I learned early in Islam. Like I've took my first pilgrimage to Mecca in 2000, I think it was like 2004, like, when I was on fire with Rock the Mic and What We Do, and I like slept on the floor with everybody else and flew coach and did everything everybody else did, and it taught me a lot, So I don't, what goes up must come down. So I don't never be on no Hollywood shit or trying to feel like I'm better than anybody else, because we all the same. The only thing that makes us better is our faith in God and the things that we do to please God. But other than that, we all the same.
So
good. I'm loving that.
And going through life, because I'm Muslim, and we're American, and America's rough on Muslims, because for people that don't know, and I don't want to get deep into religion because I don't want to people get so into religion. Tell us about, just educate people on the core of Islam, because it's real simple. It's real simple. And about the beliefs
Islam, Islam is just about believing in the oneness of God and submitting to God. Like, we're slaves of God. Like, we're here to worship God. We're here to make sure our good deeds outweigh our bad deeds before it's all said and done, before the day of judgment. When you die, you want to make sure that your good deeds outweigh your bad deeds before you die, because your good deeds is what's going to get you into heaven. You know what I'm saying? And, in America, like, I know you say America is real tough on Muslims. It really depends on where you're from. Like, I'm from Philadelphia, so it's a predominant Islamic city. It's a lot of Muslims here, so we don't see it as much as somebody that lives in a city where it's not many Muslims at. You know what I'm saying? But I have traveled the world. I have been in places. Like, I remember being in, I fly first class, and I was sitting next to this white lady, and, like, she looked at my watch, and she was like, your watch is ugly. It's gaudy. Like, what are you, a football player or basketball player or something? And I was like, I'm a rapper. She's like, it figures. Like, and she was just, like, so mad at me. Then she fell asleep. And she woke up and seeing she was still next to me, she was pissed.
She thought she was dreaming. Like, I thought I had a dream.
Yo, she woke up and looked at me like, I'm still next to this. Right. But
it's sticking out.
We, no matter what you do in life, you're gonna be faced with obstacles. There's gonna be people that don't agree with what you're doing. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just about being true to yourself and your beliefs.
So you from West Philly? But you rep Philly. I don't even know what that is. I'll be in Philly Saturday seeing my man Enes. So just tell me the difference between
That's
Philly.
next Saturday. You coming next Saturday, right? For Enes joint, right?
I'm coming this Saturday.
This Saturday? All right.
I just got out of the joint.
I thought you was coming for a show because he got a shout out Enes. He got an Enes and Friends concert. It's next week on the 16th.
Tell me, I will be right there. So you got a show in Philly? Let me know. I'm signing up for it.
Yes, sir.
Y'all need to come out here.
Where you at?
I don't know if artists coming to. I'm in Cali. I'm in Sacramento.
That's where I love Sacktown. I did a whole project in Sacktown before.
When you coming back out here?
When ROCAFELLA broke up, probably like 2009, nigga cashed me out to do an album. I did that joint in like 2 days, nigga, in Sacramento. One thing about the people in the Bay Area, they hustlers. There's people in the Bay Area that got 100 albums. Ferraris, Lamborghinis, you probably never even heard of them before. Like, shout out to my brother Jacker, rest in peace. I was always between Oakland, Sacktown, and in the Bay Area with him. Like, that's my brother. We did a project together in 2014 called Highway Robbery. Make sure y'all stream that shit, run the numbers up for my brother family. And that's...
Okay, yeah. What projects you got coming up next?
New movie. It's produced by LeBron James. Tell me how all that came to...
Right. Tell me about the projects.
Well, the movie Hustle that's produced by LeBron James, like I said, they reached out to Beans first, and then they reached out to me too. And, it was simple. I came through and did what I did. Like, it was a blessing. I'm working on a project that's homegrown, that's produced by my man P.I. He actually right here with me in the wheel. We getting ready to drop that joint real soon. I got a project with Jake One, the Stimulus Package 2 that I'm working on. We probably drop that later in the year. And I'm just cooking, man. Just trying my best to stay focused. Me and Cassidy got a battle coming up. We doing a rematch.
Great.
It's gonna be late August, early September.
I love Cassidy.
That's gonna be epic right there, brother.
When is it again? Because, like, your style of rap, you the only one with your style, and that's in rap history to be original.
August,
that's big.
September.
September?
Early September. Yep. Shout out to URL.
I'm happy you doing that because I listened to the battle.
URL platform.
I listened to the battle. I don't really think you lost that battle, but your style is so original. It's so you, and in an industry where everybody biting each other, trying to sound like each other. You never did that. Did you feel pressure to do that? Because you was down with ROCAFELLA, so anybody try to pressure you to try to do what everybody else was doing?
I mean, the good thing about when we were signed to ROCAFELLA is we had complete creative control. Like, they let us make the music that we made, and it came out hot. Like, I never had nobody. Like, the crazy thing is, after the Rock broke up, I was doing, like, you know, I went back to what got me there in the first place, and that's hard work. I did a bunch of independent projects. I did a thing called Month of Madness when I did a verse every day for 31 days, and on the 31st day, I gave y'all two songs. You know, I was grinding, and in the midst of that, I did an independent project, and these people was telling me what type of music to make and how I should make the music and all this. And I'm like, bro, I'm signed to the biggest label in the world, and they never told me how to make my music or what music to make, you know? So
right,
it's crazy. But yeah, as far as to answer your question, we had complete creative control at ROCAFELLA, so we was able to be us and make the music that we love and the music that means something to us.
You legendary. You got one of the most, your songs are the
yes, and thank you for your songs.
So
I'm telling you thank you, because I enjoy it. So thank you.
I appreciate it. Let me tell y'all something. I appreciate the love, because I remember when nobody cared about nothing I had to say. So, you know. And I remember at a time, like, I'm from North Philly. We in North Philly right now. I'm from North Philly. And when I was coming up, it wasn't even really cool to be a rapper. It was just cool to get money. Like, niggas is hustling. Niggas is on the block. Niggas wasn't really trying to hear that rap shit until we, like, made moves with it and made it, you know, what it is. So I appreciate all the love, because I remember when nobody didn't care, you know. So.
What is the difference between West Philly and North Philly? Because I looked at your interviews and said that's where you were born. So what am I talking about?
No, I was born in West Philly. I was in West Philly probably till I was like 12 or 13. Then I went to West Philly High for like a couple weeks. Then I went to Kensington. So I moved down North Philly with my cousins, and we went to Kensington High School together. And, you know, that's where I really rep North Philly, because that's where I, like, really became a man, and that's where I, like, really was in the streets and starting to fend for myself. You know what I'm saying? That's why I feel how I feel about North.
What's the...
Like, we really in North right now. I'm about to spend y'all, you know what they be talking about, like Kensington and where the fiends be at, and it's crazy. I'm about to spin y'all through here real quick, because I'm right around the corner from there. So I'm about to take y'all on a little tour of Kensington while we do this.
Hey, cause we with you.
Take that. And shout out to Freeway. Shout out to The Real. Yo, we going to Philly. He gonna take us on a tour. Y'all, I appreciate you.
M-Class. Shout out my man M-Class on here. I just seen him, and he told me he was home, man. Bro, get with me, bro. Show love. I mean, you focus.
So the battle with Cassidy. We interviewed Cassidy here. He talks about, like, you know, he can teach people how to battle rap, and he can teach battle rap. And back then, because I feel like you have a song, all your rhymes feel like songs, hits. It don't feel like freestyles.
Yeah. You know, everybody from Philly battled at one point. You know, that's how we got on. And, like, you know, me and Cass are definitely the originators of this shit, because we was the first ones with a battle on tape that's significant. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I remember when I was on the Smack DVD tapes, it wasn't even about battle. It was just about spitting bars. Like, me and Beans, we was like one of the first niggas to give Smack some real street bars. And shout out to my man Star, Too Real for the Streets. He came to our hood first with the cameras. We was like the first one spitting on the DVDs and all that. So that's just that's just regular Philly shit.
I appreciate it. So,
okay, whose phone is breaking up?
How you feel about Beans today? He's the one that gave you a start, and we know how about
my brother, man. Our relationship is more than music. We Muslim first and foremost, but that's my brother. He gave me a shot. He gave me an opportunity that nobody gave me, you know. So I appreciate him. We just was together this weekend. We just did a show with the Locks, State Property and Locks. Just did a show together in Rhode Island on Friday, and it was dope. You know, then we had the Roost Picnic. I hit the stage 6 times. I hit the stage 7 times this weekend between Friday and Monday. So, you know.
Get it then, okay? That's what I'm saying.
But yeah, like I was telling y'all, this what they be talking about. This like Kensington, like this like where the fiends be at, and you know. It's real bad out here.
That's the real hood.
Yeah, it's the
Praying for all
hood.
these souls out there, man, trying to make it. Struggle is real, for real. I don't like seeing my people out there like that at all.
Yeah, and I'm not doing this to glorify it or nothing.
Oh, no. I know you
out
showing
here,
that is real. Like, and
what's up with y'all?
this
I'm
needs
good.
to be shown.
They said free
This
kids
needs to
come
be
back
shown.
home. You know when I heard that? When I was back home. Yeah, you know.
That's what needs to be shown. Real people.
It's real out here, man. Like,
For real.
yeah, but that's enough.
Cousin.
Anyway,
Oh, cut you back.
do you feel like because Philly was so underrated, they didn't give credit to Philly, there was no shout outs, and then Beanie happened. Did you happen?
Listen, bro. It used to be it used to feel impossible to make it from Philly. Like they would have songs like they'd be like Detroit, Atlanta, LA, but they never say Philly. We had to really force our way in the door and really make it happen. You know, shout out to groups like the Roots, shout out to Eve, shout out to my brother BEANIE SiGEL, shout out to Task Force, shout out to Ram Squad, Richard Allen Mob, shout out to the youngsters. You know, shout out to the people that came before me that paved the way for me. You know.
Yes. We did. We sat there and we interviewed them. Shout out to Q Ball. That's my boy right there.
No, so wrong. Yeah. We used to go to the we had the same producer when I was a young boy, like, because I used to want to be a rapper for a long time. And we had the same producer, this producer named Dante. He was working on these stuff one time. And yeah, I got a lot of love for them now. Like Taj Mahal, that's my bro. We Muslim, that's my Muslim brother. But they was on some shit back then. Like my man Dot asked me to walk them to the store and they left me.
What?
I was heated. I'm trying to walk them to show them where the store at, and they left me. Like, but it's all good though. Shout out the youngsters, man.
Yes. I'm getting some beats from Quran right now.
Yeah, shout out Quran. And they, you know, mentally gifted, you know, Lawrence Goodman, like they real staples of Philadelphia hip hop. Like they paved the way, and they part of the reason why I believe that I could do it because I seen them doing it. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to them.
Yep.
Anyway, how you feel, you know, Beans kept his word, he put you on. That's rare. He just met you, y'all didn't know each other. That's rare, man. Yeah. And that's a real story that don't happen enough.
Bean's definitely one of the realest to do it, bro. I'm telling you. To this day, that's my brother. Like,
Paper you know, that's my shit right there. Get down and lay down.
I'm gonna tell you how real it is. Like when, you know, we Muslim, you Muslim like I'm Muslim. How we bury our people, we have a janazah, and we have to put the body in the ground ourselves. And like when my son passed away, Beans was the other person in the ground with me burying my son. That's the type of relationship that we had. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah, that's family right there.
That's beyond music. Like if I get that call 2-3 in the morning, I'm, you know what I mean? Like, you know, present day.
How do you feel about life, man? Because you're not old, but you had a long life and you did a lot and you've been through a lot. And I don't want to talk about things, but I just want you to sum up life at this point. Because not many people, I want to tell people, not many people have classic moments. Like some of your songs will never be forgotten.
Yeah.
And it's so much that we love them. We love your shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And how do you feel looking back? Like say if you were just thinking about it. How do you feel about that looking back?
I mean, I feel truly blessed about that, of course. Like, you know, that's a rapper's dream to have a music that lasts forever. Like, you know, I just was performing these records from this album that dropped in 2003 all weekend. And it was going crazy like they just dropped. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's definitely a blessing. Right. And about life, period, like how I feel about life is life keeps going no matter what gets thrown in your way, what obstacles you got to face. if you got a relationship with God and you got an understanding of what's going on, I feel like you'll be better. Like, being as though I got a relationship with Allah and I have an understanding of what's going on, why things happen, like, you know, it's easy for me to deal with it. Like, if I didn't have the understanding that I have in a relationship that I have with our higher power, I'd probably be out here lost. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because
Oh, brother,
I've been through some real stuff, you know.
How did you get closer with Allah? Because on the record they say you turned Muslim, but it looks like you was already Muslim, and I'm Muslim, and you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I'm not the best
I
Muslim.
took
So how did you get closer to Allah?
I took
How
Shahada when I
did you
was
do
probably
that?
like, I was probably like 12 when I took Shahada. And you get closer to Allah by praying, by studying. You know, as Muslims, we supposed to pray 5 times a day. So if you're praying sincerely and you're doing what you're supposed to do, you don't have no choice but to get closer to God, because you feel it. Like, when you pray and you got a connection with God, you feel a direct connection. You know what I'm saying? That's the beautiful thing about Islam. We don't have to go through anybody else. Like, we don't have to go through the preacher or tell anyone our sins and ask them to intercede for us, because we have a direct relationship with God ourselves. You know, so.
And how do you balance that with hip hop? Because hip hop is full, I want to say it like this, full of sin. You seem so humble. You seem so grounded. Is it really like that?
I just try my best, bro. Like, I'm by far am I like perfect or am I angel. I do nut shit just like everybody else. You know, I have problems. As y'all can see, I have problems just like everybody else. I just had kidney failure. I was on dialysis from September 2015 to February 5th, 2019. You know,
wow. I'm a dialysis technician. I know exactly what you go through. Bless you for going through that. I'm glad you're good.
Yep.
That's something people do not know about that. I promise you.
Yeah, that's why I founded a company called Freedom Thinkers Academy. It's music, health, education, and it's culture. You know, I'm a health advocate. I work with Gift of Life. I work with National Kidney Foundation, just spreading awareness about health and kidney health. And, you know, just trying to help people make the right choices so they don't go through what I went through. But as far as back to what the brother was saying, though, it's just about like what I've been saying this whole time, just staying true to yourself and just making sure you do a little bit more than everybody else and making sure you're good. You do a little bit more. I was just telling my man, it was some kids playing basketball, and they was like, yo, y'all got some waters? And I gave them some money so they can get some water. And I was just telling my man, I might be at the day of judgment, I might be getting judged, and just that little, me giving them little kids some money so they can get some water might be the extra deed that push you over. You know what I mean? To the good side. That's why I try to do as much good as I can. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's
and I want to say this because you've been through a lot in life.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what I'm saying? You've been through so much in life. You got success. You're dealing with so much, man. You've been through so much. And you're a man now. And I want to say looking back, but I also want to know that how you feel about it, how you are mentally, physically, and emotionally today. Are you really happy? Are you really, you know?
At the present moment, I'm cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna sit here and say like, it's some days I wake up in tears. Like, you know, I love both of my kids. Like, and some days I wake up and like, it could be a smell, it could be a song, it could be a thought, a memory, like something sad. I'll tell you this, anytime something sad happens, I get sad. Like, I get sad. Like, if I'm watching like a sad movie, it don't even have to be death. It's just something sad. It just like affects me because, like, you know, I just think about my daughter when she was like fighting cancer and the hope that we had for her to overcome it, and just thinking about the issues that I have with my son, and like, you know, it's sad. Like, it's hurtful. It hurts. My heart hurts. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm still grieving every day. Like, you know what I'm saying? Alhamdulillah, I do have music and I do have, you know, things to keep me busy, you know, to keep me moving, keep me working. Because without those things, like when I'm just sitting around and I just start thinking, my mind start racing, I just start thinking about everything that I've been through and everything. Sometimes it gets to me, you know, drive me crazy a little bit. But, you know, I had my moments. Like, today was a good day. Like, I had a meeting with Mitchell and Ness about some business that we're doing in the future. I went to the movie premiere. I'm in a movie. They played my song in a movie. I was in a movie. I'm on a call with y'all, doing a good interview with y'all. So I had my moments when I'm happy, and then I have my moments when I'm sad. You know, it's life.
Yeah, and you know what?
I'm praying for you, because only
I don't want to make this about that, but
right.
Because I
Well,
know
It's all good, bro.
I know there ain't no
Like,
word.
I'm open about everything that I've been through. So you don't gotta feel bad, bro. Like, you know, it's my life.
Well, I had a quick
I just
question.
know,
God
and
bless you.
we can't do it all here, but your life story is so real, and it's not about real being in the street.
Mm-hmm.
It's about, you know, you've been through so much, and you dealing with so much. You got success. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like this. I want to say it's written, but you know what I'm saying? You dealt with so much, and I just want to know, how is it dealing with that and trying to stay focused?
Man, it's just like I said. You know what I mean? I have days when it's great, everything works out. For the most part, everything is cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? We have trials and tribulations, just like everything else. But, you know, I stay focused, I stay prayed up, and I just try to do my best, man. You know.
So, Rockefeller, when you got on, drop CO go, step in when you got to step in.
Real quick, I had a quick question. Take a turn.
Go ahead, hit him.
Beautiful shit. First of all, Freeway, I'm probably, you know, I don't want to be the guy, but I'm gonna be the guy. Definitely one of your biggest fans, for real.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate it.
Ben loved it. So, 2 questions. One, a versus. Would you do a versus, and who would you want to do a versus with?
Hell yeah. Whoever got the catalog. Before we signed the contract to do the battle with me and Cassidy with Smack and URL, Cassidy did an interview and he was saying he wanted to do a versus with me. So he definitely one person I would like to do a versus with, but that's something the fans will have to tell me, like, who they think would be a good opponent for me to do versus. But I'm definitely with it though.
I want to say this real quick before you go on, CO Gold. Like you're a songwriter. For me, I don't know you, but you got songs. Like, when I listen to you, you know what I'm saying? You got so many. Like, I don't think that. I mean, battling is just one dimension, and to even compare that, it's just like, do you feel like that matches up? Because, you know, when I think your style, and you know what I'm saying, like, you guys, and we talk about catalog, when you look at hip hop and you think about the way you write songs and the way you do things, it's like you got albums and you write songs. You can make a song. You can make. I know I'm talking too much. I don't want to offend nobody, but you really, I know you want that. You know what I'm saying? I would want that too, but you actually think that can. Shout out to Cassidy. I don't think you can handle. You know what I'm saying? You a battle rapper?
What you saying? You don't think I can hit? Bro, that's
No,
that's the
I
foundation.
think you can
That's where it
handle
started.
anything. Like, your songs, like, you make songs.
I feel you though, bro. Like, opinions is like assholes. Everybody got one.
Oh,
man. Respectfully. You know what I'm saying? But this, like, I've been doing this for. That's how I started battle rapping. Like, you know what I'm saying? And if if I put my mind to it, I could do your job. Like, whatever. If I put my mind to it, I could do the president's job. It's just about focusing yourself and training your body and training your mind to be prepared for whatever you got to be prepared for, bro. Like, come on, bro. I beat kidney failure. I had kidney failure. I beat kidney failure, bro. Like,
and that is something.
And I want to talk about that. Kidney failure. What happened that made you go get checked out? Because as black men, we don't go to the doctor. We don't go. I know I know other black. We don't go anywhere. So what happened that made you go
in respect to kidney failure, one is hypertension, another one is diabetes, and surprisingly, just being African American is a risk factor. So I had high blood pressure, I had diabetes, I'm African American, I had 3 risk factors. I was unaware of it. I didn't even know. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It came to a point where I wasn't feeling good. I started feeling sluggish. I went and got blood work done. Next week, they told me to get to the hospital. You know, my kidney functions was out of whack. And it was like a buildup. It was several months of me just feeling tired, feeling like just drained and just not feeling my normal self. And then I finally went to the doctors. That's why I stand in front of it. I'm an advocate for kidney health because as black men and just men, period, we don't never want to go to the doctors. We want to wait to the last minute. When I finally went to the doctors, the doctor they was calling me the lucky star. They like, we can't believe you walked in here. They said if I'd have waited like another week or two, I might not have made it. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's important to keep up with your routine physicals. Get your blood work done at least once a year because your blood work is the only thing that really can tell you what's going on in your body and what's going on. You know what I'm saying?
Go around your birthday. That's what I always do.
Yeah, that's
my yearly physical appointment around my birthday.
You know what's crazy? That's a good tip that I might add to my
I do the same thing with my kids. Like
my
after
repertoire.
You know what I'm saying? After a certain point, you know what I mean? They healthy all year round, whatever, thank God. And it's like, all right, bet. It's your birthday, physical, teeth, eyes, all that shit. It's like it's repetitious. I just, you know what I'm saying? Like,
thank you for that.
Though, on top of that shit.
That make a lot of sense. I never even thought about telling people that they should go around their birthday.
Yeah,
that's a time that you definitely gonna remember.
So you got your own. You got Freedom Thinkers, and tell us what that's about, because
Freedom Thinkers
now
Academy.
you're like an OG, and you're
Freedom
still
Thinkers Academy.
Freeway.
Yeah, Freedom Thinkers Academy it's a company and it's a foundation. You know, when I like I told you, I'm a health advocate. So Freedom Thinkers Academy is music, it's health, it's education, and it's culture. On the music side, I already told you what we got going on. I'm about to drop a project with my peoples from Philly. Then I'm about to drop a project with Jake One. We got a bunch of stuff that we're working on. On the health side, I told y'all, like, I'm a health advocate. I work with the National Kidney Foundation. I'm the celebrity ambassador for the National Kidney Foundation. I work with Gift of Life. And, I just spread awareness about good health and kidney health and prevention, like just putting the right things in your body and taking the proper steps to take care of yourself before you get to the point where I was when I had to get on dialysis and get a kidney transplant. On the education side, we have some STEM workforce development programs that we're doing right now. And this summer, we partner with a company in Philadelphia called IUC. And what they do is they, provide services for kids. So right now we're partnering and we're doing, we're giving people a certification in phlebotomy, and you can get your GED. So the program starts in July. I think it's like a 6-week course. And once you pass the course, you get your certification in phlebotomy, and we're going to assist you in getting a job. And if you don't got a GED, we assist you in getting a GED too. But we have other programs besides that. Like we got medical billing and coding, we got pharmacy tech. But right now we're just pushing the phlebotomy tech right now because it's a job that's really needed in the community. And you can start off making a nice income. And like with all the violence and negativity that's going on in the streets of Philadelphia, I feel like a lot of it is going on because these young people don't even have many choices. Like for real, trying to be a corner hustler right now, you might as well get a job because the money is not what it used to be when we was out there, and the risk is way higher. Like people are dying at an alarming rate. Cops is locking people up. So if you got an opportunity where you can go get this certification and you can start working immediately and start taking care of your family, why not do that? You know what I'm saying? So that's why we're offering those opportunities for the kids and for the younger people. And as far as the culture, we are the culture.
That's beautiful.
So Freedom Thinkers Academy is music, health, education, and culture.
Blessings to you.
We talk about kidney failure, and you're like the poster child for that. I don't want to say it like that, but you're the leader of, awareness and trying to get help, man. And I think that's beautiful.
Thank you, brother.
And you from the streets.
Yeah, definitely.
So, and you see, the thing is, I'm trying to say, you got both sides.
Yeah.
And you've been there and you've been there. How is it for other people balancing that?
What you mean? What part you talking about?
You balancing. You got important shit. You're responsible for. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like Big Mills dealing with criminal justice. I already
Exactly. Shout out to
like,
Nick too. That's my brother, man. You know.
and you know you're responsible for important shit that people. For those that don't know, kidney failure, black people drinking, and you know liver, kidney functions. What we need. You're dealing with that, and you're trying to educate people with that.
Yep.
But healthy eating, we got a herbalist right up in here watching us right now. You
That's
feel
dope,
me?
man. Because
You know that Dr. Sage.
it's certain herbs and
real.
everything
That's not
that I
just
take
talk.
every day that helps me. You know, so that's where it really started with, natural medicine and the things that we put in our body that helps us. You know, it's a lot of, herbs and things that really can be helpful to people. And the doctors won't even tell you about it because they get money,
from big
pumping us with pharmaceutical, with these pharmaceuticals. So
that's facts. Big Pharma is a joke. They the mafia. They the biggest drug dealers on the planet. Period. They run shit. Pharma run shit.
Yeah.
Do you feel
Pharma
like
run shit?
People, when you finally found out that you was going through something so, that can kill you, did you feel like the information was out there to help you? If you would have knew this, if you would have knew that, did you feel like they put the information out there?
I mean, this is how I feel about it.
No.
I feel like the information, the reason why I'm putting it out there is because I know people listen to me. I know I have a platform, and I'm a living example. I've been through these things, and I've been to the hospital. Like when I was diagnosed with high blood pressure and diabetes, they should have drilled into my head like, listen, these are risk factors for kidney failure. I didn't get that.
It is.
If I would have asked, they probably would have told me. So the information
Diabetes
is
the
there.
number one leading cause for kidney failure.
Yeah, the information is there, but we don't seek it. And like they're not going to go out their way to give you the information. You see what I'm saying? So,
they want you drug. You know how much money these dialysis companies make?
Yeah, I think it's. I forgot the numbers.
Do you know? And you can't own
just being
shit.
on dialysis every day is like
and get sick in America because they will fuck you over.
Yeah.
They will fuck you over. Don't get sick in America and have shit, but you're not wealthy.
Yeah. Because
once you get sick and you have a house or whatever, they want you to write all of that shit up on it. You can't have shit and get sick in America.
Collateral damage.
You can't. And when they give you medication, some of these people are on, Medicaid, Medi-Cal, whatever they have a fucking donut hole that they don't tell you about, but you can't get medication.
Yeah.
You got to come out of pocket for yourself with that shit. I know because I was in dialysis for fucking 19 years. I can tell you that shit. That's facts.
So everything that you dealing with.
Every person that sat there and went through dialysis, they the real fucking heroes because that 3-day-a-week shit, 2.5 hours to 4.5 hours getting your blood clean, that shit is real. That shit is real life. For real.
Hold up. Shout out to the real. Everybody get checked. I want to continue talking about this because I admire
DeVita.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to admire because you've been through it, but you're the spokesperson for the hood, and people need to know about that. And
this man need his flowers.
Everything you went through. What about the music? Are you and Beanie Siegel gonna do an album? Because that's my personal thing. Why y'all
we just did 2 records the last week. That's so crazy for this project that I'm working on. We got some stuff in the tuck, bro. We working, man.
When is that coming out?
That's one thing that I can promise y'all. Like all this stuff that I'm going through is fueling some incredible music, and y'all gonna get it real soon.
Oh shit!
And that's a beautiful thing.
That's a warning to all y'all little wannabe rappers out there. Some real shit with substance about to come out and murder y'all shit. What?
Get into it, cousin Ange.
It's a lane for everybody. It just happens to be my lane, So
how do you feel about the industry right now? How do you feel about the rap game? Because you've been through so much, and I feel like you're such a boss about things.
Mm-hmm.
And
I feel like, man, how I feel about music right now is good. Like, you know, it's open. Like, people are doing their version of hip hop, what they feel like is hip hop to them. And a lot of people winning, a lot of people taking care of their families. Some of it is incredible. Some of it is bullshit, you know, but it is what it is. It's hip hop, you know, it's elevating. It's definitely changed from when I first started. And it's some artists that's incredible. You know, it's some artists that's coming up with new flow patterns and just taking it to places I
do you
never
love
thought
it?
would go.
Do you love it?
And then there's some people that's stinking it up too. I love it.
You love it.
I love it. I've been in love with hip hop since I was young. So
Yeah, I know you're a student of the game, and
Wait,
you're
I
not
got a
hating.
question.
You're such a, you know what I'm saying? Like your personality, you don't have a.
Oh my
I want
God.
to say you have an ego because you couldn't have got this far without ego, but you don't feed into the basic shit.
I try not to. Sometimes you
Because
just want. Sometimes somebody might say a post that just make you want to like, but then I'll be like, woosah.
All right.
You know.
Okay. So Freeway, time out. I got a question, right? Okay. So you got these rappers, these new people that put words together and call it rap. They be on TikTok and they get little sketchy, little, you know, something going, something popping, right? Okay. So the Island Boys.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about their music? Like,
they got music.
To tell you the truth,
they got something.
yeah, I'm with bro. Like, no disrespect to Island Boys, but I never heard none of their music. I know who
Right.
they are because I've seen them on. I've seen them on Instagram. And,
like, I could do that shit. I could be. I'm an island girl just trying to make it.
I got a question.
I'm highly dysfunctional.
I got a question that, as a fan.
Like, what the fuck? Like, I could be the new island girl.
well, go ahead, get that bag. What you waiting for?
What's your favorite song to
Get the
perform?
bag off of that bullshit, right? I need to go ahead with that. The fuck?
My favorite song to perform, of course, is What We Do, you know, because of the reaction that I get from it. But it was just a Roost picnic this weekend. And I told you I hit the stage a bunch of times. So we had an after party at the Fillmore and Just Blaze was DJing. And we performed a bunch of records that I don't normally perform. Like, we performed All My Life with Nate Dogg. We performed the joint I got with Faith on my first album. We performed a bunch of records that I don't normally perform, and the crowd went crazy. You know, so it's you know, it's dope. It's a bunch of stuff that I love to perform, but the record that I perform that I get the most reaction from all the time is What We Do.
What we do is life.
Mm-hmm.
That's life.
Yeah, that's a whole lot of substance right there.
People can say what they want, but not many. That's a lifelong hit. And I wish I would have wrote that shit.
Yeah.
It's a fact.
And how did that happen? How did that happen? Can I get a little description?
1 foot in and 1 foot out. I was still like the reason why it hit so much is because it was the truth. Like, I was still living that when I was like, I didn't have no fucking budget, or I didn't get an advance yet, and like, or if I did, it wasn't much. I don't remember exactly, but I know I was still in the streets heavy at the time that I made that record. So I was telling the truth. I was pouring my heart out. And
did you know it was a hit?
I felt as though it was a hit, but the people at the label didn't feel like it was a hit because it didn't have the standard format of verse hook. So when I wanted it to be a single, they was like, no, this is not your single. But then we dropped it anyway, and they still play it to this day. So
that's life.
Yeah.
That song is life.
Yeah.
And from a hood nigga, that's life.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
And people hate, but not. You can't have a life moment like that. Everybody can't get that. So you being born and having that moment, that's life.
Definitely.
That song is so important to life. I want to say black people's life, and that's cultural. That's so important. And, you know what I'm saying, when I see that shit played, I want to know, do you get the same excitement from hearing that shit?
Definitely. People go crazy. That's one of the records that I got people go crazy, like, when they just drop, you know, and that's a blessing. I got a couple of joints like that. It's a blessing.
Yes, you do, brother. Yes, you do.
You really do. And
Yes,
that's what I
you do.
meant by battling. And this is my opinion, but I ain't shit. As a battle rapper, you don't come across as a battle rapper. You got songs, you got, you can do so much. You're so talented.
So
You
let
know
me
what I'm
ask you a
saying? I'm
question, brother.
almost mad
If
that
you
they bring
just
up
you
that
just said,
Cassidy battle.
Free get
bro,
busy.
you just said I could do so much. I'm so talented. So why do you think I can't battle?
There's no cap on it. You can't.
I'm
No,
gonna
you
show
can
you
battle
though.
anybody.
You know what? We doing a battle in Philly. It's gonna be in Philly. So
That's gonna be
get with
crazy.
my peoples that hook this joint up for you, that hook the call up for you. Make sure you get with him. I'm gonna make sure you and your peoples got some passes so y'all can come see in person.
I'm coming.
Yeah, so you can see in
So
real life.
you gonna win? I just need this for the
Of course
for
I'm
the
gonna win,
camera.
bro. Like
Right, this is motherfucking Freeway.
I'm not doing nothing if I don't think that I can win. I'm a workaholic. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm a perfectionist. So of course I'm gonna win. Like, that's what I'm in it for.
That's
What you think I rap for? To drive a fucking RAV4?
Yo, I love this, man. Anything I get from Freeway is a beautiful thing, and I appreciate it.
Yeah.
CO Go, talk to Freeway.
Yo, man,
Almost out of time.
I got so many questions. I don't want to just dive in and cut nobody off.
You gotta dive in, get it on record.
Another one that I got is the 2-on-2 game, right? I mean, you and Beans, it's crazy on the back-to-back. I can see, you know, would you do verses in that fashion? Would you do a verses in that fashion? You and Beans?
Versus?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, of course. Like I definitely want to do the verses. Like, they seem exciting, you know. When people do verses, you know, it's good for their careers and everything. So I would love to do it. I feel as though I have an amazing catalog, you know, and I would love to go catalog with somebody.
You do that.
You do.
So like a New York rapper, like a Joel Santana, or would you like on some T.I.? What would you? You know, which...
It don't matter. Shout out to both of them. They both my brothers. T.I., that's my brother. When my daughter passed away, T.I. reached out to me, you know, extended his hand to me. You know, that been my brother for a long time. Joel Santana, I got a lot of love for Joel Santana. I feel as though he like one of the smartest rappers. When I first signed to ROCAFELLA and Joel's and them came around, he had a store already. He had a store in Harlem already. I'm like, damn, this nigga ahead of the game. He always was on his business. You know, shout out to Dipset. Cam always, you know, had good advice for me and everything. I got a lot of love for them. You know what I'm saying? But as far as the verses, it don't matter. Like, you know what I'm saying? Whoever the people feel as though is a fair match for me, I would love to do it. You know?
And you're so humble. And you did so much. Did you expect to do that much? I gotta ask all these groovy questions because you're so humble.
Yeah, I mean, I really always felt like I was gonna make it. You know, I always felt like I was gonna have a legitimate shot. You know, and that's that. I know it sounds crazy saying it, but that's really the easy part. Like, maintaining it. This is almost 20 years later, and you know, I'm still here. I'm still getting a bunch of shows. I'm still putting out projects. You know, I'm still touring all over the world. I'm barely home. Like, you know, and it's a blessing, bro. Because there's a lot of people that can't do that started when I started.
They really can.
Right.
And you have transformed a bunch of different generations.
Yeah, transcended.
And that's, you know, from a regular person, and I got to say that now because who knows what they say. That's not normal. People don't get to do that. You're legendary. And you got songs that's legendary, and that's a fact. Like, songs that's untouchable.
Yeah. And we about to change the game again. Shout out to my jeweler, Cat Go Hard. This is the Philadelphia Beard Diamond. We got a company called Philadelphia Beard Diamond Company. A lot of people, they be on Instagram like, you got spit in your beard, you got lint in your beard.
Nah, bitch,
this expensive lint right here.
That's a drip right there.
Yeah,
that's a diamond?
That's a diamond.
Yes. That's that drip right there. All
My
of
cousin
he made me want to get a beard.
You thought it was some lint too, huh? You don't see how that joint hitting? Look how it's hitting. Look how that joint hitting. Boom. That's clarity right there.
My hair.
All right. Shout out to the real. Shout out to the fake. Shout out to that nosy bitch. She better stand in place. Thank you, Philadelphia Freeway, for putting on the show.
Anytime,
and doing
bro.
the right thing.
This y'all season premiere. I pray that y'all have way more success than y'all did last season with this season. I pray that y'all elevate. I pray that y'all get everything that y'all work for and all the good energy y'all put out into this world. I pray that y'all get it back 100-fold.
It's a big deal. I'm talking to Freeway.
Yes, sir.
It's the Rock, baby.
Early.
And I love it, and I appreciate you, man. No matter
love,
what I might
bro.
say.
Let me say something.
Thank you. What is the next album coming out, real quick?
We trying to drop an EP like towards the end of the month, because we got some other exciting things that's going on towards the end of the month that I can't really talk about, but we're gonna drop an EP around that. You know what I'm saying? And then me and Jake one finishing the stimulus package too.
Now?
You said what?
Do you love? I gotta ask real quick because we're on the way out. Do you love rap or is it just business?
No, I still love. If I didn't love it, I wouldn't do it. You know, if I didn't love it, it's other things I could be doing with my time. You know what I'm saying? I still love it. I still have a passion for it. That's why I do it. I still feel like I got something to say. You know, that's why I do it. If I didn't love it, like I have a few businesses. I have some successful things that's going for me. So if I didn't love it, I wouldn't do it. You know, that's the main reason why I do it, because I love it. And I still feel like I have something to prove. I still have something to say. I still feel like I have a voice. The second that I don't, I probably won't, you know?
Well,
shout out to the real Highly Dysfunctional. Y'all know what time it is. Big Freezer, Big FTA, Freedom Thinkers Academy.
Philadelphia Freeway. Cousin Ann, CO Gold. We up. Thank you.
Thank you.
Brother. It's my return interview. Thank you, Philadelphia Freeway.
Stay out of jail, bro. Stay out of jail, because we can't make no moves there.
Like, totally right.
No moves in there, bro. Like, you
got
know,
me real serious.
It's about learning your lesson and then staying away. When I got locked up, I had caught a case of possession with intent to deliver. I was in there. They was telling me when to eat, when to sleep, what to do. I learned from that, and I moved on, and I told myself that I'm not going to go back to that. And that's what it's about. Even in Islam, even when you sin, you repent for the sin, and then you try your best to stay away from it. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it's about, bro. Is let's try
real quick, because you brought something else up. And I know it ain't going to fit right now, but you got little niggas that you bringing up. And how do you control that, you know, I don't want to say control because shit happening. So how do you deal with that? Because you're a mentor.
I just try to lead by.
You can't even help being a legend.
I just try to lead by example. Like, you know what I mean? Like it says, like they say in Islam, first save yourself, then save your family from the hellfire. So I start with example. I lead by example. I got to make sure that my house is straight, make sure everything I got going on is straight.
Right.
And then, you know, I can start worrying about everybody else. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I try to do. You know, I got young boys that I'm trying to put on, and people, and sometimes it do get frustrating because this generation, they don't have the patience that we had. They expect instant gratification. Like we might be somewhere, like an artist could be with me for a month straight and go all around the world, and then I do one thing with them and they sad and they feel like I'm slighting them and all that, but it's not even like that. Like, everything is not for everybody. It's a time and it's a place for everything. When I was coming up, I ran around with Beans for 2-3 years and didn't get $1. I did whatever he needed me to do, run to the store, whatever he needed me to do. I was there for him, for my brother, because he's my brother first and foremost, but it was an amazing opportunity. And while I was getting an opportunity, I was learning. So when 100 Hustler came out, it's time for me to start doing shows now. I know what to do. I have relationships with promoters. I know how to carry myself on the road because I did it already with Beans for 2 years, you know, so that's the difference. Like, you know what I'm saying? Nothing happens overnight. And if it does happen overnight, it's not going to last long unless you work hard at maintaining it, you know? I was hot in the hood 10 years before y'all even heard about me. Cass too. Like, you know, Cass, I remember when Cass used to call the come up show and he used to rap on a cipher. His name was B. He used to be B on a cipher. Like, you know what I'm saying? Years before anybody even heard of him. You know, so we put work in. Like, we put a lot of work. It took a lot to
Are you gonna eat them up?
Of course, most definitely.
You said of course. So they gonna
I
eat
love
that.
it. You're gonna eat Cassie up because I feel like the rhymes you should have won that one.
Yeah,
I don't know why they. I don't know if it was Swiss Beats or why they did that, but I
and
just heard it before.
That was the last thing I listened to. Let me say this before we get off this joint about the battle and all that. One thing people don't know: the night that I battled Cassidy the first time was the same night that we did Hot 97. So I was just rapping for 2 hours straight before I even got to Cass. So I was trying not to spit nothing. I spit already. Like,
right.
You know, not to take nothing away from Cass because he did what he did. Like, you know what I'm saying? But that night, you know, I had already been going in for two hours straight on Hot 97.
It wasn't a beat down. So even if they say you lost, yeah, you deserve another chance, and you should get him. And he's a battle rapper, but I think you're more of a full artist. Like your style is so full. Like you make stories. You're like you can do anything. Like
including battle rap. Including battle rap.
It's a rapper's rapper.
Yeah.
Freeway. I got a question for you. Like,
you're Freeway.
Ask him who was his top 5 rappers or artists.
Oh man, my top 5. Jay-Z, Big, Tupac, Nas, and Beanie Siegel.
Yes.
Beanie Siegel.
And Petey Crack.
That's a punch in the face.
Petey Crack, that was on your crew.
Top 5.
Petey Crack.
All
Petey Crack
hitters,
is like
baby, all hitters,
all
top
around,
5
all
hitters.
around, like rapper all around. He's my favorite rapper all around. Like, you know what I'm saying? But besides that, you know, my list is my list.
Right? And you're going to stick to it.
Petey Crack. Because I see Ice Water, all that. Was he part of... You
mean Ice City?
Yeah, Ice City.
Right.
I'm a little tipsy right now.
We did have an ice water back. We did have an ice water back then too. If you check the pictures, we had rolling.
Yeah, don't judge me. I'm a little tipsy.
Yeah, but yeah, we go back. We go back from like 5th grade, something like that. That's my bro.
You still
diaper days for real.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Have a good night, man. I appreciate y'all time. I appreciate the platform. Like I said, once I drop some of these projects, I'm right back at y'all. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we got to start the 3rd season off with me again. Like, you know what I'm saying? So maybe we'll make it a tradition, you know?
I'm going to tap in with you as far as the Kidney Foundation stuff goes. You feel me?
Yeah, yep. Just shoot me a DM. I got plenty of information for you. And for everybody out there, if you need to know anything, you can hit me on Instagram. My Instagram at Philly Freeway. My Twitter at Philly Freezer. And the website is www.freedomthinkers.academy.
This is my season 3 premiere. We back. I'm working at this, and it's not gonna stop. We'll see you on Thursday with Raz Cash. And you heard that?
Oh, shout out to the legend Raz Cash.
I heard.
Like we came to shut it down. I'm like. We came to shut it down. I'm like. We came to shut it down. Nah, I don't need no help.